Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap as you watch the OKC Thunder even the series up 1-1 with a 123-107 victory over the Indiana Pacers. They got back on the winning track. Now they're going to go to Indiana on Tuesday and see if they can snatch home court back. Thank you for joining us. Y'all know me. I am your favorite uncle. It's Wednesday. My bad. Wednesday. I am your favorite uncle, Shannon Sharpe, my partner and co-host, member of the Nightcap team, Liberty City's own Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, Pro Bowler, all pro, Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Our third member of the Big Three joined us during the basketball season. Now he's doing an excellent job thinking about bringing this man on for football. He knows so much about football. He knows all things.
All right, now. All right. Don't threaten me with no good time now.
Arkansas native, University of Arkansas alum, ISO Joe Johnson. And joining us to break down tonight's game, he's a former member of the Indiana Pacers. He's a six-time All-Star, three-time All-NBA selection from Eau Claire High School out of Columbia, South Carolina. Here he is, Jermaine O'Neal. Let's get right into it. OKC, they won the most games in the regular season. Really, with the exception of the Nuggets, they kind of breezed through the playoffs. We knew they were going to bounce back, and they did this in convincing fashion. Joe, I'm going to start with you, then I'm going to kick it to you, Jermaine. What did you like about what you saw from OKC tonight?
I thought OKC was, relentless in their approach, knowing that, there's no way they can go they can go to Indiana down 0-2. I thought they came out, played with a sense of desperation, and they kind of continued, pretty much throughout the entire game. And for me, I think when you watch this final, especially knowing what OKC have done, pretty much throughout the whole season, which has been the best team, I thought they put their stamp on the game today and they never took their foot off the gas. I thought they were great.
Yep. Jail.
Well, for me, I thought they did a lot of the same things they did in the first game. I think defensively, we see what they are. They make every possession tough. You got to really earn it. They kept, for the most part, they kept the Pacers out of that transition offense. And when you look at game one versus tonight, every time the Pacers try to make a run, they responded by getting stops. They responded by getting a score. So I thought that was the difference because in game one, it was only the Pacers only led for one possession, right? Yeah. And that was the end of the game, right? And so they did a really good job defensively of controlling tempo and controlling the outcome of the game.
Ocho?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna piggyback off of what Jo said. Obviously, the Thunder's pressure defensively is elite. They had 10 steals. They held Halliburton's hell. He only had 5 assists. The Pacers really couldn't find any type of rhythm, and they couldn't get into any early offense. The Thunder played with a sense of desperation and understanding that we can't go down 0-2, and oh shit, that's just about what happened, baby.
Indiana thought they could play the same way they played the first game and win this ball game. They were sloppy the first 3 quarters of the ball game. If you look at the turnovers, Halliburton had 6 assists. He had 5 turnovers. So it was going to be a hard – because Halliburton is not a turnover guy. As many assists, J.O. and Joe, as you know, Ocho, he's a guy that's had 15 assists and no turnovers. He's had 19 assists and no turnovers, 20 assists and 1 turnover. So when you see him have 6 assists and 5 turnovers, that lets you know they're struggling to get into their offensive sets. They did a great job. OKC this game, they got on the glass. Yeah. Remember we talked about, Joe, how many second chance points they allowed Indiana to get? Not this game. They beat them on the offensive end. They beat him in the rebounding stats. Shea was a lot more efficient, 11 of 21. Yeah. The other game, he had 38, but it took him 30 shots. Tonight, he had 34 on 21 shots. Chet Holmgren decided to come to the party. He was invited to game 1. Yeah. He decided not to show up till late, and it wasn't enough. Pacers, look, I hope the Pacers don't think, we got one, we good going home, because OKC is a very good road team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They are a very good road team. There's a reason why they won the most games. There's a reason why they have the MVP. They have another player than Jalen Williams, who's an All-NBA defensive player and All-NBA. So, guys, I don't know. Look, and you can see the frustration on Coach Carlisle's face.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, J.O., he used like 3 timeouts in a matter of 5 minutes because he felt the game starting to slip away from him. He's like, no, I gotta quell some of this momentum, and he wasn't able to do it. Give the Thunder credit tonight because I thought they played it really well. And it's not so much what the Pacers didn't do, is what OKC did do. OKC forced them to play this style of a ball game.
Yeah. I thought OKC, played great in the first game as far as defensively, but tonight, they pretty much had control defensively, keeping guys out the paint, making it tough for them. And I'm curious to hear what J.O. got to say, man, about Halliburton, especially, early in the game, J.O. For me, when I watched it, I knew in the fourth quarter he was going to try to assert himself a little bit and try to, get him back in the game. But I think he's so passive, to start the game, man, that it gets him out of rhythm. And I think it takes away from, what he does. I know he's a great passer, a great facilitator, but this is the biggest stage. I think, he has to come out and give him something, because for me, it's like Ocho, when he catch the ball, he come up the pick and roll, he's not even looking at the basket.
No.
He's not even. Yeah. He's looking to pass. He's looking
to pass.
Yep. He's looking where his next pass is going to be versus putting pressure on the rim and trying to make a play. And I just think, obviously, I think he'll play a lot better when they go home. But for me, I'm curious to hear what J.O. got to say about that.
Yeah, and you hitting it right on the head. I think the one thing with Tyrese Halliburton is, when you look at the last game, right, he got bailed out because he hit the shot, right? He only had he finished with 14, right? Yeah. And you look again tonight again, he inserted himself late in the fourth, but they were down 20. You look at the rest of their roster, they had 7 double-figure scores today, right? Yep. The difference between, the Pacers really, staying in the game and really having an opportunity to win is him, right? You go back to the Knicks series when he had the triple-double. I actually talked to him right before, tip-off, and he said he was about to get after it. You saw it in his eyes from day one. When he could penetrate, touch the paint, he creates opportunities, he opens up his opportunities, and he's aggressive. I do not, and Joe, you know this very well. You're playing a dangerous game when you're trying to wait into the fourth to help your team. Yeah. Right? Yeah, you're not going to continue to make those shots, right? And then you got to at least give your team a chance to have an opportunity to be in the game, come fourth quarter. And, he didn't do a very good job of that today. And obviously, OKC, had answers with Aaron Wiggins, had huge games, and 18, and Caruso had 20, right? Yeah. And so, the stars got to be stars. We all know that in every league. And if you can't be a star, then your team is vulnerable to lose a game. And tonight they did.
Hey, it's kind of funny though. Honestly, when you think about it, Halliburton in the first game, his approach to the first game was the same way. He was very passive. Allowed the rest of his team to get their shots in, allowed them to be in rhythm, and that kept him in the game until those final moments. And then he decided, you know what, all right, I'm going to take over and take this last shot. Just in today's game, he tried that same approach, but it didn't work because they were down 2 days.
And I will say this, Ocho, one thing about, and I think people, it's this crazy thing where he's learning to be a star, right? When people say superstars are already, they already know how to carry a team. I think he's a star that's learning to try to be a superstar as a pass first point guard, right? So, that team needs him to be high motor from start to finish. If he can't do that, then I don't think they can beat the OKC Thunder if he's not aggressive.
Right. Hey, Unc, and to kind of piggyback what Unc say, I think you got to give OKC credit because they play great defense. See, they were able to keep Halliburton out of the paint. Now, a lot of times when he get in the paint, he's not necessarily scoring. He's kicking it out, firing out for threes, and they wasn't getting them easy. They wasn't getting them easy threes tonight. I know they made some, but for the most part, I thought OKC done a great job in keeping guys in front, making it tough on them, and not giving them the easy penetration to where they got the lobs or the layups or just wide open threes. So you got to give OKC some credit.
100%.
Yeah. When you drive the lane against the Thunder, you better keep your eye on your luggage,
man,
because they go into your pockets. They go into your pockets, J.O. I mean, you see Halliburton, I got me a layup, and Shea said, no, you don't.
Yeah.
And you think you got a layup, and Lou Dort said, no, you don't.
Right.
Caruso, they dig it in your pockets.
Yeah.
And so you basically, if you got something in your back pocket, you got this ball behind you, they digging it out.
Yeah.
You got better be like a New York on the subway. You better keep everything in your front pocket.
Hey, but
if you don't, it will rob your ass blind.
Hey, look, it shouldn't surprise us though. They've been the best defensive team pretty much
the
whole season. So when I see them playing great defense like this, it doesn't surprise me. This is kind of actually what I expect.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And the thing, I thought what they did tonight is that they hit those shots. Remember, they got out they had a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter, but they kept their foot on the gas. They didn't let up. Even when Indiana went on that 10-0 run, it's like, guess what? They follow them back. They come right back and go on a 9-0 run to themselves and build a lead right back to where it was.
Right.
So I agree with you guys. I think Tyrese Halliburton is going to have to be aggressive, and guys are going to have to hit open shots. I thought Pascal was a little tentative tonight, 3 of 11. That's not a whole lot of shots. I mean, look at all the guys that had as many shots as he had. Nesmith had more shots. Obviously, Halliburton had more shots. Miles Turner had more shots. Yeah. They didn't shoot the 3-ball well, but they allowed OKC to shoot 49% from the floor. They shot 39% from the 3. You let them shoot 33 free throws, OKC. They're a good free throw shooting team, J.O. And guys, it's going to be hard to beat them when you let them shoot that many free throws. You let them shoot that percentage from the field and from the three-point line. Unless you play excellent ball, you get Halliburton doing what he normally does, his heroics, Pascal doing what he normally does, and Nesmith and Nembhard. You're not beating. You let OKC shoot 49% from the floor, shoot 33 free throws, it's going to be hard for you to beat them because they play really, really good defense, and they normally don't let you shoot in the high 40s. So they got their work cut out for them. I hope they don't think, like I said, OKC was one of the better road teams.
Yeah.
We know what they are at home because of that crowd, but you don't win 68 games by winning 41 at home.
Right.
Yeah. And I think, I'm gonna be honest, I think, I still gotta give the Pacers, they keep finding a way, and this is, to me, it goes back to their coaching, right? Their coaching they always have them prepared. Shout out to Miles Turner, Obi Toppings, T. Bryant. Nobody thought that they would hit, I think they 8 or 9 threes last game, big threes, right?
Yes.
And Miles Turner today had 14 points, and I think they're doing their job from a perspective. They just need they need Halliburton to really take control of it, set the tempo, get into their pace. They're dangerous when they're flying up and down that court. I thought they played a little bit slower than they would like, and obviously OKC has a lot to do with that, with them picking up full and got them, got 2 all defensive, guys on the roster.
Yep.
If the Pacers can get home and get into that pace, Halliburton become the machine and make them go, I think they have a shot on really, taking game 3.
Hey, look,
remember last time, Joe, we talked about, not before let you go, Joe. Last time we talked about, remember the Pacers, JL, they had 3 guys with double-digit rebounds, and they had another guy that had 9.
Yeah.
So they had 52 rebounds in the first game. They had 35. So that's minus 17. That all of a sudden now, and they were really good on the glass, getting second chance opportunities. They're going to have to do a better job of that. They're going to have to do a better job of getting on the glass, getting second chance opportunities, because they did a poor job of taking care of basketball this game too. They did a much better job in game 1. I mean, you think about it. They had 25 turnovers and they win. Rick Carlisle's like, guys, we only have 15 turnovers, but you had those turnovers when you were down and you were trying to make your run. And now all of a sudden, they steal a couple of the possessions where you could have it was 14. You might have could have cut it to 8, or who knows, even lower than that. Yep. But now all of a sudden, the 14 goes back to 20 when you could have cut it to under double figures. Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, and then you look at, I think everything reverts back to Halliburton, because look at his free throw attempts. He didn't get to the line today.
No.
That's part of being aggressive, man. This is the biggest stage. They need him to get in that paint and make plays, whether it's creating for himself, but he definitely has to create for others. And I think if the better he plays, we've seen it throughout this postseason, the more dangerous they are as a team, the better them other dudes around him play when he's aggressive and asserts himself. So I look for them to be a lot better in Indiana. And obviously OKC is a great team on the road. I still think, when you look at it, Indiana still has the edge right now. They won one in OKC. They just got to take care of home court.
Yeah. But OKC is coming in because the same thing happened with Denver. Denver stole game 1. They ended up blowing them out in game 2. And then guess what? OKC came right in game 3 and snuck it from them.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that. You want to do everything you possibly can and stop spotting these teams. Look, it's good, JOA. We got that a bit. Oh man, we could track somebody down. Man, you don't want to spend 38, 40 minutes trying to play from behind.
Yeah.
Because now all of a sudden, do I have enough to get over that hump?
Yeah.
And tonight, OKC understood the assignment. They knew they couldn't go down 0-2 and then go on the road and try to win. And now we've got to beat them 4 out of the next 5 games. Yeah. That's asking an awful lot for a team that they go get 2 on the road. They're going to be playing with a lot of confidence. And that's what that's what Indiana normally does. We saw what they did against Cleveland. They went over there and got those 2 at home on the road. They're like, oh, yeah, we good now. We Gucci.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, think about this, man. And this is the thing I think that make Indiana a really good team. And this is not me being a homer, but this is just facts, right? When you look at their run in the playoffs, they have somebody different or a couple people different every game that steps up big, right? That is a hard thing to defend, man. They got players across the board that are ready to help their team win. And I think that's really their calling card. Obviously, you have to have a head of a snake, and we talk about the ups and downs of Tyrese Halliburton, but man, we gotta commend the other boys coming off that bench, being ready to do it and make big shots.
Oh yeah, because look, for me, I love TJ McConnell and what he brings. I love Thomas Bryant coming off. I know Obi Toppin didn't really give him what he gave him in game 1. But, Mathurin has been aggressive, playing well. So they got a plethora of guys who can really step up and help them win a game. Yeah, you kind of need 1 or 2 of those guys to explode. And tonight they just didn't have it. I mean, Pascal played decent, but 3 for 11, that's going to be tough. They need their big guns to be great in order for them to win on this stage, because it's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, they're gonna win the next game. They're gonna win the next game.
Gonna put something on it? What'd you say?
Who said that?
Yeah.
That was you, Joe? Well, you already
okay, keep going, my bad.
But anyway, listen, I know I had a burden after watching. Once they go back, watch film, you understand, okay, you know what, I got to assert myself a little bit more, understanding that I'm going to be aggressive, then be passive, allow my teammates to get into a game. If I see the game slipping away at any point, you're supposed to be the head coach. You're supposed to understand, see the flow of the game and how the game is going, and knowing when to assert yourself and when not to. It's okay to be passive, but I think he really wants to get his other players involved, because if they're hitting their shots and then he decides to insert himself and pick and choose when to be aggressive, I think that's what gives them the best chance. And the fact that they're playing at home, despite what the Thunder did and how many wins they had and being a good team playing on the road, I think they're going to be all right. And they're probably going to win this series still, regardless of what we saw tonight.
Well,
I got to give OKC credit, because you look at Caruso, you look at Wiggins. They got 38 points from those guys.
Yeah.
Caruso couldn't miss a corner 3.
Yeah.
Wiggins got a loose ball and drained it, and then came right back down. He got it again, and boom, drained it again. So you get 38. You get 38 points from 2 guys off the bench. Whoo! Because if you look at Matthew was 4 of 7. Jim McConnell was 5 of 7. They was 2 or 3 from the 3-point line. They gave you 25, but you get 2 guys that gave you 38, quality 38, and both of those guys played outstanding defense as well. Go ahead, JL.
So I guess the question that we should look at, this is a strange finals, right? Typically, at this point, you'll see the star of stars, right?
Yes.
SGA has been SGA for the most part. He was obviously more efficient this game, but this series is going to come down to me. Seems like the other guys,
role players,
role players, because you haven't, you lose by 20, and it's strange. The Pacers lose by, I think, almost 20, and they got 7 double-figure scores.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right,
and then you have the Aaron Wiggins, the Carusos. I thought Jalen Williams was pretty good tonight. He was a lot better. He had 19. He's the starter, but it just what's the winning tool to this? Because it's like every game, somebody else is stepping up big, and it's not like the traditional superstars taking over games. It's gonna be interesting to see these next 3 or 4, the next 3 games.
But Pacers are a committee team.
Yeah.
And that's what makes them so difficult, because they don't have that superstar that can consistently go get you 30. You pencil him in, like you look at SGA gonna get 30 a game.
Yeah.
You already know that. You play a Giannis, he's gonna get you 30. You play one of these teams that have one of these superstar players, they're gonna get you that number. What the Pacers do is that they nickel and dime you. They're going to have 5, 6, 7 guys in double figures. They might have one guy with 25, Joe, and then they're going to have a bunch of teams, 17, 18, 15, 14, 13. That's where they hurt you at. And guys normally make timely shots. If you go back and look at the first game that they stole from the Knicks, Neesmith came off the bench and hit 6 threes in 5 minutes. He might not ever get that hot again, but he was that hot that night.
Right.
You look at some of the other games that they played and they've been down just like the first game. Guys making shots. So the thing is, to spare yourself, you got to stop falling behind by 14 to 20, JL. You asking an awful lot to continue, because as you go further and further, the teams get better and better. You're playing the best team from stats-wise, record-wise in the NBA in the OKC Thunder.
Right.
Because Shea was the MVP. They have an all-defensive player in Lou Dort. They have an all-NBA player, Jalen Williams, to go along with Shea. And Dagnott is a very good coach. So you can't keep saying, hey, well, you saw what we did against the Knicks. We went down and we beat them. Well, we went down 19 against the Cavs.
Yeah.
That's the OKC Thunder are an entirely different animal.
Yep.
They are an entirely different animal. I think, when your big guns are playing well, and I'm gonna speak on Shea, he was very efficient tonight. And
yes,
you look at Caruso and Wiggins, who had great games. But man, when y'all look at Shea, look at the pressure that he's putting on the defense. You have to send another guy, which is giving Caruso them wide open threes, or you running pick and roll and Wiggins wide open on the wing. I don't know if you're Indiana, do you trap him, try to get the ball out of his hand? Because he keeps splitting.
I would.
J.O. And as a perimeter guy, I want to split the pick and roll so I can have as many options as I can, versus if I come off the pick and roll and y'all trap me and make me give it up to make some of these other guys make plays. But if I split the pick and roll and I got 4, 5 options to shoot my floater or get to the cup or to spray out the three or throw the lob to check, then y'all in the hucklebuck. There's no way you're going to be able to stop that. So I feel like they're going to probably have to trap him, man, and make him get that thing up and make these other guys make plays.
I would trap him, Joe. Joe, I'm going to let you go after this. I would trap him as long as Jalen Williams is struggling. If he's still struggling, I'm going to trap him, because the only guy that's really shooting the ball officially is really like the night was Caruso and Wiggins. But if you go look at Chet was 6 of 11. The first game, he didn't play well. He's 6 of 11, but Jalen Williams was 5 of 14. He didn't shoot the ball well the first game.
Right.
Or you look at Lou Dort, 1 of 3.
Yeah.
He got it. Caruso and Wiggins got most of his minutes tonight. And then who was the other guy? Wallace. Wallace got 23 minutes. He was 2 of 4. So yes, as long as Jalen Williams is struggling, I'm gonna trap him. I'm gonna make him give it up.
But it's a dangerous thing if you do, though. You better be right, because at the way that these guys are shooting threes, man, you will pay the ultimate price. Traveling, if you're not getting to that rotation fast enough, you're going to be burnt. And the thing that really, when watching this game, and I can't remember this many corner threes been given up.
Man.
Right? Obviously, corner threes is the easiest three on the basketball.
Shortest distance.
Right, the shortest distance. And it is corner threes galore, right? On the floor, and it's just strange. So I think that's probably the reason why they aren't trapping, because everybody's shooting the three.
Yeah.
But you just got to be right. You got to make sure that if you're going to trap, you got to get those rotations down.
But if you look at it, guys, Caruso and Wiggins, they're 9 of 18 from the three. The rest of the guys was 5 of 18. So I'm gonna take my chances. I'm gonna look. At some point in time, Jerry, you got to give up something. Ocho, you know this. If you take something away, you got to give up something. And let's see if they can consistently do that. Because this is a big stage. This is not a regular season game. You're not playing Orlando. You're not playing Sacramento. You're playing the NBA Finals. You have the whole NBA world undivided attention on you.
Right.
I'm going to see if somebody, Chet was 1 of 3. Jalen Williams was 1 of 5. Shea was 1 of 4. Lou Dort 1 of 3. Wallace was 0 of 2. So when you go back and look at it, with the exception of Caruso and Wiggins, everybody else was horrible shooting the three-point shot.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you my adjustment is, I've seen Shea. Shea's averaging 36 points a damn game. No, but let me take that back. He's averaging 37 a game. I got to do something. I got to do something, J.O. Because he's going to be aggressive. Because if worst come to worst, he'll throw caution to the wind and says, I don't give a damn about efficiency. I'm going to get these shots up, and I'm going to make you foul me.
I mean, but I guarantee they didn't think Wiggins would go for 18 and Caruso's going to go for 20. in that thought process. I mean, I get what you're saying about trapping him and trying to make somebody else beat him. First of all, I think he's too crafty. It almost like they was trying to hard hedge a couple of times with him. He was splitting the defense and doing those things. So he's a very difficult trap and a very difficult contain. But again, when you go for 38 between two people, that's uncounted for, right? I can guarantee that wasn't in the game plan that Caruso or Wiggins would have went for 38. So it's damn if you do, damn if you don't, I guess.
Hey, look.
Go ahead, Joe.
I agree with Jo, and to my point, when you look at Shai, he goes in when he brings the ball up on the wing and he goes into that Magic Johnson back down and he get into that back down. That's hard to stop for any of them dudes. So they have to send another guy, which is why they're able to give up these corner threes. And you see guys like Wiggins and Caruso having great nights. It's because of the success of Shai Gilgeous, who is putting a lot of pressure on the defense, because if you don't come double, he's going to get a foul or he's going to score it. It's just period, point blank.
Well, the problem that you're having. Go ahead, Ocho.
No, I was going to say, I think he got too many tools in the toolbox. Regardless of what your game plan is when it comes to playing Shai, you might want to just say, you know what, he going to get his no matter what you do. Sometimes you go to a game, and you have a certain receiver. You say, you know what, we're going to stop him. But, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him and hope he misses his shots. Pacers just have to focus on the other four. Focus on the other four, allowing them not to get in rhythm, allow them not to get their shots. If they do allow them to get their shots in rhythm, allow it to be minimal and in spurts. And that's really the only way, because that goddamn Shai going to get whatever you want. Whether you trap him, whether you ISO, whether you pick him up from half court, it don't matter. He going to get his. But if you can contain the other four and manage them, then
that's the problem that you ran into. You let Shai get 34, and then you let the other guys go get 38, Joe. So no, you've done nothing. You can't. I see if you take Shai and you say, you know what, Shai, you're gonna get 20 to 24, and those other guys go get 38. I can live with that. I can't let the man get above his average and still give up that. Because if I let Jordan get his 40, and if I let Paxson go get 18 or Steve Kerr go get 15, what have I done? Right. Now I'm really at his mercy, because Jordan, now I'm worried about Jordan going off, and now I got these other guys just shooting at me.
Hey, I agree. But I think you got to mix it up with him,
Oh, no, I'm not giving them steady diet. I think the thing is they let one guy guard him too long. They let them play too much one-on-one, J.O. Damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they got him in this little soft catch, and it's like, man, he coming off. He got him at his wheel. Like, I think sometimes you kind of got to go under a couple times, maybe trap him a couple times. You got to mix it up, give him different looks to make him second guess when he coming off them pick and roll. Because if you don't, he gonna figure you out, and once he figure you out, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I think and the bigs sometimes are too low, even if they up with the screen, way too low with a guy that crafty, man. He is. Even though they're picking him up full court, because they're doing a really good job on picking him up full court.
Yeah, they're trying to wear him down.
Yep, and he's switching gears, man. It's magical to watch him play like that. And again, I just think that the way this game is being played right now, you just can't allow. And I agree with you on, you can't allow everybody. I mean, you can't have the team have
everything.
Everybody can't, they can't get everything. They can't get the bench going off. They can't get SGA going off 30 plus. But I know that's what I said. It seems like it's a strange finals, to be honest.
You robbed the jury. Look here, Ocho. If somebody coming to the jewelry store, what we go? Hey, are we protecting the diamonds and the watches, or are we worried about the necklaces and the bracelet? We gonna pick two things that the diamonds and the watches. Hey, we got that. If they take them bracelets, they take the necklaces, the hell with it. But we gotta hold fast on the diamonds. They let Shai go get 34. They let two guys come off the bench, go 9 of 18 from the three. They Shai okay. And the thing is that when he put him in the pick and roll, they so far back trying to hedge or catch him. Now he's even with him. That's a foul. You fouling him. He's going to the basket. He's not, once he gets even with that big, he's not looking to pass that ball, guys. He's looking to put pressure on the rim, and you're going to foul him. Yeah. It's really that simple.
I agree. A lot of pump fakes getting into that.
Yes.
Hey, I tell you what, them diamonds better be insured, because they can have it. I'm getting out the way. They can have them diamonds. I'm getting out the way. Listen, the pressure that Shai puts on the defense, man, it's unbelievable. Like I say, guys, I think you got to mix up these defensive coverages, man, because he looks extra comfortable out there. And
yes,
I know they picking him up full court like they did Brunson to kind of try to wear him down, and they probably hoping by game 4 he's a little tired. But man, when you look at Shea, look at his body type and look at his makeup, he is in the elite shape. He's not a lot of these guys who out here got that's very high in body fat. You know, he looks like a guy who's out who really takes care of his body. I'm being honest, yeah, he's super lean, and for me, he don't look like a guy who's gonna wear down. Yeah,
and I say this one thing that people don't talk about. You always hear about all the threes and how many threes people taking, but he is killing in the mid
all season.
He is killing, and what that has done, that has opened up everything else. You talk about the Carusos and the Wiggins going for for open jump shots. He's getting in there, and he's drawing the entire defense, and he's kicking it to people, and they're knocking down shots.
Absolutely, he's been efficient from the mid-range game all season long. What? Hey, guys, he's been probably one or 2 or 3 guys who shot over 50% for a season from the field. Like he's been,
at the guard position, he and average 30. I mean, he and Mike.
Yeah, I know.
Think about a guard. A guard.
That's tough.
J.O. shooting 50% and scoring 30.
Yeah, that's tough. Now I know some of the efficiency has kind of went out in this postseason, but for the most part, he's been very consistent. And he's been a load to deal with. So whatever they decide to do, they got to kind of mix these things up a little bit. I mean, he shot 12 free throws tonight. He was 11 for 12 from the line. So it lets me know he understood the assignment, meaning coming out, being aggressive. Hey, listen, guys, don't worry. I'm going to put y'all on my back tonight. We are not going to Indiana down 0-2.
Yep.
It was fun to watch tonight.
Hallie, you see that?
Hey, you heard, I was getting ready to say to piggyback a little bit off of what Joe said. He been like this all season, right? You say he shot 50% throughout.
Yeah, he
season.
shot like 52% from floor.
J.O. talked about when you put that ball on the floor and you decide I'm finna get to that mid range, depending on what you want to do, and he's consistent at doing it over and over. So no matter what you throw at him, even if you say you want to try, even if you say you want to confuse him or make shots contested, then they use he's a foul merchant. He's always at the free throw line. Well, hell, he 2 steps ahead of you. No matter what you want to do, he's already telling you whatever your game plan is. I got something to counter that shit, and he's showing it. He's been showing it all season long.
But Ocho, you know this in our sport. If somebody comes out and all they play is single high safety, you're gonna eat that up. Yeah. If somebody come out, all they gonna play is cover 2. All they gonna play is quarters. You've got to disguise it. You've got to give a guy. If you give a guy a steady diet of anything, no matter the medicine, you'll build up resistance to it. There's a reason why they give you X amount. Says, okay, take these, and then you wean yourself off it. But if you just give a steady diet, you'll resist. Even antibiotics, whatever the medicine is, at some point in time, you're gonna have to fluctuate the dosage that you take. So if you just let Nembhard take him and let him play one-on-one, okay.
You're gonna figure him out.
Hey, Neesmith, you got it. Okay, Matherin, you got it. Yeah. Hey, as a matter of fact, when he come to the pick and roll, hey guys, both of y'all popping. We got to make him give it up.
That's what
look, especially with Hartenstein. If Hartenstein, come on.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what he gonna do to you? Now look at everything you just said. It's gonna be like a woman that work at the Bunny Ranch in Vegas. He gonna run through everything. He gonna run through it. Whatever you send at him, it's like you play Lamar Jackson. You just talked about all those different coverages. We got to show him something different. You play Patrick Mahomes. It don't matter what you show him, Mom.
Yes.
It don't matter. He gonna slice and dice because he's 2 steps ahead of you and understanding what's coming.
I gotta make him think about something. Because there might be that one time that I throw to look at him and I get to put my helmet in his back.
Are you getting
Hey, there gonna be one time. There gonna be one thing. Look, we don't like to chase ghosts. Guys, when we play football, we used to call it chasing ghosts. We're gonna prepare for what we've seen on tape. Now they're play 80% of this coverage. They play 10% of this coverage. They play 5% of this coverage, 3%. Now I'm not gonna prepare for something that we haven't seen. I ain't chasing ghosts. Right. But this is what I do know. Shea he's gonna take the lion's share of the shots. He's looking to play one-on-one. And if you let him play one-on-one, when that big is retreating, he gets even with him. He's not looking to pass. So I don't care. He doesn't care if somebody does come. At that point in time, how can I get to the rim? Or how can I get this shot off? Because like you said, he will stop. You jump. He jumps into you, and he's looking to get an and one. So I'm gonna give him a. I'm gonna give. I got to change it up. Look, he's the MVP for a reason, but I got to do something.
Well, ultimately, this series may come down to really two people that they don't talk a lot about, right? You got one coach in OKC that said they're gonna play their style of play no matter what, right?
Yep.
You have Rick Carlisle, who's the king of adjustments, right?
Yep.
And so, will that mindset from OKC, win them a finals, or will Rick Carlisle's genius of being able to adjust win the NBA Finals, for the Indiana Pacers? To me, that's what it will come down to. We've seen Rick throughout the playoffs make these, subtle adjustments that allow, the Pacers to, to win these series. And I think ultimately that may be the difference maker in this series.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, look, when you look at Wallace and you look at Hardenstein, they didn't have great games offensively, but we talk about the second chance points. Wallace was plus 12. In the plus minus, Hardenstein was a plus 17, but the second chance points of Hardenstein tipping the balls back out, getting second chance.
3 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, I think for me, that's kind of like what we were talking about in game 1, coming late down the stretch. You playing that small ball, and this game, it was a lot different. Now, obviously, they had more control in game 2, and they didn't let those runs happen that happened in game 1, but for the most part, I see OKC, they're going to play their way. They still going to start with Holmgren at the 5, and I guess they're going to see what comes from that. Obviously, they played a great game tonight, so I'm sure they're going to go with that same lineup starting game 3.
Shea follows up his game 1, 38-point game 1 with 34 tonight. It's the most points ever by a player in his first 2 career NBA Finals games, 72. Wiggins, we mentioned 18 points in 21 minutes. He was 5 of 3 from the three-point line. He was plus 24. He's leading the finals in plus minus. So he did Alex Caruso, 20 points, 6 of 11 from the field, 4 of 8 from the three-point line. Tied for the most points ever in a playoff game. But look, Caruso has been here, remember, in the bubble? Yeah. Remember how well he played for the Lakers? LeBron loved playing with him.
Yeah.
Because guess what? They had defensive presence out there. You have AD to protect anything. You had KCP that could hound. You had Caruso that could hound and say, hey, we good.
Yeah.
So you look at what they have defensively, that's what makes them so good. Jalen Williams can play defense at an elite level. You got Wiggins, you got Wallace, you got Dort, you got Caruso, you got Chet and Hardenstein protecting the rim. They are a very, very good team, and they can rotate multiple times. A lot of times, guys, J.O. and Joe, you know this. A lot of teams can only rotate one. They can rotate multiple times.
Yeah, I agree.
This is they're young.
Yeah.
They're still the youngest team. And so 1 rotation, 2 rotation, 3 rotation, and they can still get back and knowing if you beat them to the hole, they got Chet. Put it over 7 foot. Put it over 6'11" Hardenstein and Chet test your luck.
Hey, look, I agree. Hey, J.O., and my thing is, when it comes to Indiana, their rotations were so late tonight, especially getting out to those threes, and I think it cost them too. It cost them throughout the whole entire game. And OKC is great in coming out of traps or coming out of double teams and spraying out to the 3, getting to those guys. They're not giving many wide open shots. So
nope.
I think Indiana they got to get on their horses when they come out of them traps when Shea posting up. And they just leaving guys wide open, man. You got 2-3 seconds before a guy even run out there and try to get a hand up.
Right. Yeah, I think with Indiana going back home and playing in that building, I think pace is going to be a deciding factor for them.
Yes.
They play with a lot of energy, great fan base, energy is crazy inside that building. So I think them getting back, even on scores, getting the ball out fast. Think about in the clinching games.
Oh yeah, make a miss.
Yeah, they're gone. Pascal, I mean, that's the fastest I've seen him run, since I've been watching basketball. And I got to believe that Pascal Siakam is going to be a difference maker. Oh, he has to be a difference maker, come game 3, in his own building, right, with that crowd behind him, because the passiveness that he had to start this game. And I don't know, again, was the mindset, hey, we got us one, right? And we all know in sports, somebody can roll their damn ankle or something can happen. And
everybody is an injury away.
Yeah, you got to stay greedy, man, and you got to take what you can take and not expect that things going to happen at home, because you never know. And so I just believe, like, if they can get back into that pace that they play at, which is fast and aggressive, kicking and driving that basketball, they have a good shot at winning this.
I like what OKC is doing. If you notice, guys, they're getting to the outlets. So you know how they normally get to have an outlet right there? Those guys, they're not going all the way back. They say, nah, we're going to stop these outlet passes because we know what y'all want to do. You want an outlet, one pass to the outlet, and the next thing you know, you got Halliburton, Euro stepping and laying the ball up. You got Obi Toppin, Euro stepping and dunking the ball. So what we're going to do, we're going to take away the outlets. Dribble it up, Hallie. Yeah. Dribble it up, Nimhard. No, we're not giving you no quick bunnies. That's not going to happen. Weezy had some advice from Hallie ahead of game 2. This is what he tweeted. He said, Hallie, you have to sweep these boys to get some real respect from these folks. Y'all clearly walking on water, and they act like y'all surfing. Hang 10, dude, and make them ride your wave. Or drown. Ain't that a beach?
I like it.
Look, sometimes you could be think about it, you could be a great something and just happen to be in the wrong era. There's a lot of great NFL quarterbacks, but if you played in the Manning and the Tom Brady era, you ain't getting no credit. If you played in the Jordan, you were the guard. What guard got credit in the Jordan era, in the 80s and that? What guard? Other than Magic in the 80s, and then once he hit the 90s, wasn't nobody talking about nobody else but him.
Yeah.
That's just, you look at and Hallie is an unbelievable player. But when you got Luka and you still got Steph and you got Shea, I mean, you got Brunson doing his heroic. It's like, J.O., you know how it is in the era you played, kind of like the tail end of the big era. I mean, look at all the bigs, but when Shaq was doing what he was doing, man, unless you was Elijah Wan or Robinson, but there was some really quality bigs, but you don't get credit because these other guys are playing so well. Steph Curry, James Harden is still in the league. Steph Curry is still in the league. You got Luka still in the league. So it's going to be hard for Hallie to get the credit that he deserves. Well, even if he wins, I still believe it's going to be hard for people to look at him as like, I still would take Luke over him. I would still take Steph. I would still take X, Y, Z, and T.
Well, the only reason why that is, right, and we talk about, you heard this overrated stuff, right? A lot of it is the big game, then the disappearance.
Yes.
That is the only reason. Now, we having a whole nother conversation. Is he come out tonight and he has 20 plus, 20 plus points that really mattered, right?
Yes.
You can look in the fourth quarter with the 12 that he scored in the fourth quarter. Boy, the game's over. Empty calories, right? I think from a perspective, I do believe he is learning, right? Because even you look at his body expressions on the bench, right? He's talking to himself, right? We got to go through that experience, right? Of people going to take Luka, they're going to take Steph because they're going to give you those 20, 30, 40s on every night.
Yeah.
He's trying to it's almost like he's trying to find himself without deteriorating who he truly is, which is a pass first point guard.
Yes.
Right? And so we got to give a little bit of grace. I just need him to be more aggressive to start and let the cards fall as they may as the game progress.
You know who was the pass first point guard? Magic Johnson, until he got his ass in the NBA Finals against the Philadelphia 76ers, and he went 42-15 and 7. He said, the hell with that pass. He said, and sometimes that's what you have to do. I mean, LeBron is really a pass, but at some point you got to think, you know what? The hell with this.
Right.
I'm going to get mine. Y'all rebound and put it back in the hole if you can't get it back out. And I think that's what Hallie's going to have to do. That's the approach he's going to have to take.
Yeah.
It's all on knowing when to hit that switch. Magic knew when to hit that switch. LeBron knew when to hit that switch. It's all about Hallie understanding when to hit that switch, especially doing it before your team goes down 15, before your team goes down 20. Get your ass going.
It seems like he comes out and he looks for those other guys to kind of get them going. But
yes.
Him, like he has to understand he is him. You know what I mean? Like he has to come out, set the tone, set the pace in which they want to play to be aggressive because, like you say, they won game 1, so they did kind of seem a little like, okay, we done.
They a little passive, seem content.
Yeah, they seemed a little content. So I expect a different Pacers team to show up in game 3, guys, being at home, playing in front of their own crowd, a lot more confidence. These guys will probably play at a much faster pace. They only had, 9 fast break points tonight? That ain't going to get it for them to win. We know they've been a great fast break team the entire season.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to beat OKC in a half court set.
Yep.
Yeah. They got too many great defenders.
Yeah.
They got their hands are too good. Shea had what, four steals tonight? Shea had 4 steals tonight.
They had 4 fast break points.
Joe, but think about it. People ain't even talking about this. Remember coming through high school, they got the one kid that don't do nothing but run around with you. He ain't do shots. Well, they got Dort out there, boy. Dort out there, he a shadow with these boys right now. And I think people don't talk a lot about him. Obviously, he's all defense, all defensive team, first team.
Yeah.
That is major when you can take somebody and say, look, he ain't playing tonight.
Right. Right.
You run around with him. And that is, to me, I feel like that does have a little bit of an impact on what we see with Tyrese Halliburton early, right? They're not letting him get a rhythm. They're not letting him get to his spots. They say, okay, y'all going to play 4-on-4 while me and you over here, run around.
Hey, I agree. I agree with you. And I love Lou Dort for that because his game isn't predicated off making shots or scoring. That's the plus if he's giving you that. But he's in there strictly to be disruptive, to be a pest defensively, and take out your best player. Ultimately, him and Wallace, that's why they're in the starting lineup. They not necessarily, now if they explode for 15 or 20 points, okay, we're going to pat them on their back. It's going to be hard to beat them if they playing like that. But they're both in there for defensive purposes. And they've been doing their job, especially tonight.
Yep.
This is what Isaiah said. Rick Carlisle has been a coach for the past 23 years. He could be the right man to elevate Halliburton's game and the Pacers to a championship caliber team, Isaiah Thomas said. You went to an NBA Finals, but you didn't win a championship until you met Phil Jackson, Zeke told Shaq tonight. Kobe Bryant didn't become Kobe until Phil Jackson got there. Jordan didn't win until Phil Jackson got there. You've got a coach in this series by the name of Rick Carlisle, 65 years old, and we saw him the other night run triple stagger, and none of these OKC players had seen that before. Rick Carlisle is bringing some old school stuff. This is a different style of basketball that OKC ain't used to playing against.
Right.
We have to come out with something else because I don't know what he ran tonight, but they ate that up. I don't know what that was, Joe. But OKC was ready for that.
Yeah, but they had to. They at home, best team in the league. They lost game 1. They had no choice but to come out and play desperate like they did tonight. But I look, I'm not putting them past the Pacers, man. They've shown up and proven to me this whole entire postseason that when you count them out, them boys gonna bounce back and they give you a great game. So the Pacers are still in control, guys.
Yeah,
they just got to protect home court.
Now, I'm gonna tell you guys, I had a chance to play for Rick Carlisle in Indy, right? And so I know the level of coach he is. I remember being in the huddle sometimes, and he would just after the first, get the 2 horns, the first horn come, and he just sitting there looking. And as soon as we hear that first horn, he starts to draw up sets. Right, that we typically, like in-game situations, right? And that's the type of coach he is. He's a savant. He's a basketball savant. And that's why I'm picking and willing to put a wager on the Pacers in game 3.
Damn.
Joe, what you trying to do, Joe?
What we doing, J.O.? Little friendly bet? Hey, let me tell y'all something. It's kind of conflicting for me because Gennaro Pargo, I'm talking about my best friend, one of my best friends, he's assistant coach for the Pacers. So I got some former Razorbacks playing for the Thunder, so I'm conflicted. But if you want to put a little something on it, J.O., a little friendly.
Nobody ain't ever conflicted about money. You notice that, Joe? And you notice that, J.O.? Ain't nobody ever conflicted about money, Ocho. Ain't no conflict.
No conflict at all about that. What you gonna do, baby? I'm saying whatever we want to do, but we both got Zelle. You know what I'm saying? The cash app.
Hey, look, it ain't gotta be nothing to make you nervous, J.O. Just a little light $100 or $2. We ain't gotta act like that now.
God damn it, Joe. I feel good about the Pacers, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, do you?
Yeah.
You feel good about them going home playing in front of their home crowd, huh?
Absolutely.
I ain't gonna lie, I do too, but I think OKC, man, they've been great on the road, fellas. They've been great on the road.
They going home, get some of that country kitchen, J.O. They go get some of neck bone and fried catfish and wings, that mac and cheese.
Hey, J.O. No, J.O. You do have some teams do have a tendency to kind of let their guards down when they get home. Though they sleep in their own bed. They relax a little bit. You got 15, 20 people coming in town because they want to see the finals. So now you got to entertain and next thing you know, yeah. Next thing you know, you tired.
How much NBA finals tickets cost?
Oh man, listen, I was checking the days. I was taking my son like second and third rows, $5,600 per ticket.
Okay.
Hey, the type of money
The only 56 I know is Lawrence Taylor. That's about it.
Them Super Bowl tickets be they head cracking now, man. Them Super Bowl tickets be going 15, 20, 30, 40, 50,000.
Yeah. Hey, look, you gotta look at the money these dudes making now.
Yeah, but that's one game, right? You talk about series, like the front row, the floor seats was almost 12,000 per seat.
But J.O., think about how high you in the stadium. At least you could yell something, they can hear you. You so high up paying $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. Ain't nobody hear you, but a dude next door to you talking, man, stop all that damn yelling. That's the thing, man. Hey, check this out. Let me know what y'all think about this. The Knicks are reportedly preparing to make a tsunami-type offer to acquire Giannis from the Bucks. Yahoo Sports is reporting the New York Knicks would receive Giannis. Milwaukee would give them Karl Anthony Towns, Tyler Kolek, Washington's 2026 protected first-round draft pick, 2 first-round pick swaps, 26 and 2030. Nah, hell nah, that ain't enough.
Who would talk
about a tsunami?
Who was the second
that ain't even damn raindrop. Hold on. Let me read that again, because maybe it's me. Jay, I will get you and Joe. What y'all think about this? Okay, the Knicks would get Giannis. And in return, Milwaukee would get Karl Anthony Towns, Tyler Kolek, Washington's 2026 protected first-round pick, a first-round pick and 2 pick swaps in 26 and 30. That ain't no tsunami.
Man, hey, look, no disrespect, but who was the second dude you said? I don't even know who that is.
I don't know. Hey, nah.
I don't know who that is. J.O., what they doing? A tsunami? There ain't no tsunami. But boy, listen, if the Knicks pull that off, ooh-wee.
Yeah, I mean,
ain't gonna happen.
That's a tough one, man, because right now, any mega trade, you got to give up some core, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We got to make sure. One of the things I think is unvalued is the other players, right? Support system, right? You start peeling out a way to go get a mega player, then you're going to be you're probably the same place or worse, by the time the mega player get there. So in listening to that deal, I didn't hear anything that to me will bring value back to Milwaukee.
Right.
No.
Right. So I mean,
hell no.
That's a
So in other words, I'm gonna give you Giannis.
That's not a tsunami. That's robbery.
Yeah. Hey, so let me get this right. I'm gonna give you Giannis, and I ain't gonna try to get Mikal Bridges. I'm not gonna try to get OG Anunoby. I ain't gonna try to get none of them.
Because you basically gonna give them a championship if you give them.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're gonna be in the Eastern Conference Finals for sure.
Yep.
Think about it. You think about so now you got a defensive team with Giannis that can protect. You got Josh Hart that can defend, OG that can defend, Mikal Bridges man, stop it. Yeah. Whoever proposed this trade, y'all need somebody threw a play. That's not even a tsunami. That's not even a ripple.
That's not happening. That was just to create a distraction, to let you know. So what's going on behind the scenes can go under the radar. That's all that was.
But I give credit. They put, we gonna get y'all Cat. They put the head like Cat first. And I agree with you. I'm like, hold on. Tyler Kolek, who is he? Protected? No. That 2026, he need to be unprotected.
Man.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
I don't understand it. If you gonna make a trade like that, was it the coach or is it the roster? Or is it both?
I think the thing is when they beat the Celtics, now you get what you call expectations, jail, because so now you beat the Celtics, everybody said, "Oh man, they gonna run through the Pacers," and they were supposed to be in the NBA Finals, and when it didn't happen,
hey, look, listen. If the Knicks get Giannis, man, they can put me a head coach. I promise you, we're gonna win some games. You hear me? We're gonna make it to the Eastern Conference Finals for sure. You get Giannis playing with all them other dudes, and you only giving up Cat and that other dude you talking about, I'm sorry, I don't even know who that is, but boy, listen, it ain't gonna take much.
I definitely think there are other teams that have more, could give up more. Hell, go to Houston and ask, okay, give me Şengün, give me Jalen Green, give me a couple of. Now that's better than Cat and this other cat.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Jo. Bro, even Swap ain't no swindle. I feel you trying to swindle me.
Hey, listen, but what about this, Unc? What if Giannis don't want to go out west? What if he want to stay in the East? Because the East would be a lot smoother versus the West.
He said he wanted what's being reported, he wanted to go somewhere where they don't have any state taxes. Texas doesn't have state tax. Florida doesn't have state tax.
Hey,
I think Tennessee doesn't have state tax.
You go to New York, they in them.
Ohio doesn't have state.
Yeah,
I don't think Ohio has state tax, do they?
New York's one of the worst.
They do?
Yep, New York and LA, two of the worst.
Yeah.
He already told you where you wanted to go, Uncle. All you got to do is read between the lines. That's all.
But I mean, the question then is, you kind of look at the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
Right. The Lakers they made the big trade. And just, Anthony Davis basically for Luka. But they're making so much money between the two, you don't have enough money to construct a team that you need to, right? And so, the new tax apron deal just kicked in this year.
Oh, yeah.
The team's a little bit more bootstrapped. So the question is, wherever Giannis goes, wherever he lands, do they have enough, giving away whatever they got to give away, to compete for a championship?
Absolutely.
Well, if they're only giving up Cat and Gillick, that's who on your screen. You see the guy, that's Tyler Gillick on the screen right there, guys.
Man, hold on. If I'm Milwaukee, ain't no way y'all just sending me Cat and this Cat. Nah, I ain't going.
Yeah, but hey, Tyler nice with it now. Tyler got some game.
Oh, here he go. That man don't even know who that is.
Tyler, I know Tyler.
No, you don't, Ocho.
Yeah.
He went to St. Mary.
But J.O., if all you give it up in Cat and this gentleman that you see on the screen, they loaded.
Man, who came up with this?
There's no way.
Nah, you gonna have to give up. You gonna lose OG or Mikal Bridges. You gonna lose one of them.
But then that's kind of defeating the purpose if you Giannis, right? If I'm going to New York, man, I at least want to keep one of them dudes. If you're gonna
you keep one of them, but you ain't keeping both of them.
Okay, I can see that, but you can't take both of them because now you take our grit and grind away. And everything is left up to Giannis and Brunson to do all the dirty work.
Hey, you could have one, but I ain't letting you keep both of them. So what is it? Which one you want, JL? You want OG or you want Mikal Bridges? But I'm getting one of them.
I'm giving away Mikal Bridges.
Okay.
I think OG does a lot more. I mean, he does a lot more offensively and defensively, but I don't know. I like Cat. I like him. Do we think Giannis and Brunson can play together? Because Brunson is a ball.
They so much alike. They both need the ball a lot.
A lot. So I don't know if you make that. I don't know. I mean,
it don't look good because both of them usage rate. What is Brunson's usage rate? What's Giannis' usage rate? Because both of those got to have the ball in order for them to function. I don't think either guy is really good without the ball.
Yeah. Well, I agree. Giannis is not great without the ball. He's most effective when, he has the ball in his hand coming downhill, whether it's off a rebound or what have you, but making plays, spraying out the guys for threes and getting to the basket, putting pressure on the rim. That's when he's at his best.
Yep.
Giannis was first in usage with 35. Brunson was 13th at 29.
Yeah.
So you got two guys with high usage.
Mm.
And I don't think with Brunson and Giannis,
I don't think Brunson is that good without the ball.
Mm.
Nah, he's not that great, but he can play without it. Like he can catch and shoot. As opposed to Giannis, he's not a catch and shoot person at all. So if you're running a pick and roll,
he ain't a shoot person. Damn, catching and shooting, he ain't a shoot person. he a layup and dunk type person.
Right. So listen, if you're running a pick and roll with Giannis and Brunson, that don't scare me.
Right.
Versus, Cat and Brunson, because Cat can pick and pop.
Well, pick and pop.
So the big
Giannis ain't picking and pop, ain't popping ish.
Yeah, he ain't. So the big gonna always stay low and let Giannis shoot that jumper all day long.
All day long.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like them trading Cat though. Right? Because at least Cat, I get it. He doesn't defend as well, but he's different from anything else that they have, right? And if he really looked in the mirror and said, look, every time I take my ass to that box, I'm working him, right? Every time. And he just works them, and then he just go back out to the three-point line and stand on the three-point line. If he really just get to that dominant form, man, he can be everything that the Knicks need. Obviously, adding a couple more pieces here and there, but I like Cat with the Knicks. I don't like Giannis with the Knicks.
I like Cat too, J.O., but it's less resistance out there on the perimeter for him versus if he in that paint, it's a dog world down there. It's grit, grind. You know what I mean? It's a lot.
They bumping and grind down there. He ain't want that. Ain't what he looking for.
Yeah, you gotta be in some elite shape to be able to take that bump and grind night in and night out. And I think that's why he always drifts back out to the three. Because, like you say, not it ain't gonna be no resistance out there. Like it's guys, he can just sit out there and just kind of shoot jumpers.
But Joe, let me ask you a question though. I mean, I'm sitting there trying to think who the hell outside of him, Embiid, who the hell down there?
Jokic. It ain't but like we just talked about. It ain't about
it ain't but like 4 or 5.
No, to me,
it's Cat, it's Joel Embiid, it's Jokic, it's Şengün, and Rudy Gobert.
And he ain't really posting, right? He ain't really doing that stuff, right?
Or Sabonis, or you take Sabonis.
Yeah. So to me, it ain't the grind in the post. To me, it got to be his conditioning and how in shape he is.
Absolutely.
And every night it was a power forward, right? Somebody down there, you spin off one, there's another one there, right? They talking about the 2 bigs from tonight. Shit, that was normal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. But so now when I look at it, he typically when he's playing that post, he's bigger than everybody.
Yeah.
He is.
But maybe exception of 3 or 4 of the people in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely got the skills to score down there. So to me, I think if he got in a little bit better shape, right, to have a little bit more endurance, he can mix and match how he wants to play his game, he'd be a lot better. But, it's a hard watch to see him try to get up and down the court at that age. What is he, 28 now? 20?
Cat probably like 29.
Yeah, he looked like he labored, especially in this post.
Yeah.
29.
Getting up and down that floor.
The Suns are expected to offer Devin Booker 2 years, $150 million extension. According to NBA insider Mark Stein, Booker will become eligible for a 2-year, $150 million contract extension on July 6th, a deal he's widely expected to sign. The extension would make him the highest paid player per year basis in NBA history, with an annual salary of $75 million per year. Booker, who is 28, is entering the second year of a 4-year, $220 million extension, which he had already had $180 million still remaining. If he signs the extension, it would keep him in Phoenix through the end of 29-30.
Manyan. Get to that Manyan book.
Hell yeah.
Hey, how would you like to be? Hey, you would like you're 2 months into a contract. Hey, you know what, man? You doing such a good job. We gonna give you an extension.
Hey.
He going into the second year. He still got 2 years. They added on 2 years.
Hey, what makes it even sweeter? Hell, they ain't make the playoffs this year.
They ain't make the play in.
And they got swept. And they got swept last year.
Oh man!
Are they doing that purposely, Jo and Unc and Joe, to kind of keep him happy, but understanding that KD is leaving?
I don't think he wants to leave. I think he wants to be there, and they want to build around him. He's the player. He's the player that was drafted there. They traded for Bill. They traded for KD. So guys that we drafted, there's a certain level of loyalty, not 100%. It's not carte blanche, but you're like, you know what? He's that guy. Plus, he's 28.
Yeah.
28.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead, Jo.
No, I think the trades actually hurt him a little bit. Right, as good as I mean, he kind of took a step back, but you got to look before the trades. With KD and Bradley Beal, which are obviously amazing talents. He was a monster.
Yeah.
Right. Hell, he got snubbed a couple times, even making an All-Star game. He should have been in there. But I think they're trying to get back to those years where he was kind of the ball dominant, scorer and the franchise player. And he's good. Obviously, D-Book can get to it. So, shout out to him and the money he getting, because these are new days, Ocho. Like, you don't have to make it to the playoffs. You don't have to have.
But the problem is, J.O., is that they got rid of Chris Paul and they moved him to the point. He's not a point guard.
Absolutely.
Just because you can dribble and you can play it, that don't mean what you is. So it takes away from him. Because not only because he just can't, like you hit two, he can just go worry about getting his. But when you the point, you do have to think about, I still got KD over here. I still got Bradley Beal over here. Yeah. So when they removed Chris Paul, I believe Chris Paul was plenty good. And I'm not saying Chris Paul is still at that elite level. But with Book and KD, he's more than enough.
Yeah. I agree because Chris Paul is cerebral, meaning, he knows how to get Book the ball in spots to where he can be effective. You know what I mean? He took the pressure off him as far as handling. Hey, look, you just come out here and score the ball. I'm going to make sure we get it to you in your sweet spots and you go to work. I think they had great complementary pieces around him before they made these trades, and they put him at the point and tried to use him a la like a James Harden.
That's not what he is.
And facilitate. And it just hadn't planned out for him.
Yep. I agree.
The Ringer updates their top 100 players ranking. Let's dissect. Here's the top 16. It's on your screen. Let me know what you think. You got Jokic at 1, Shea at 2, Giannis at 3, Luka at 4, Steph at 5, Ant-Man at 6, Tyrese Halliburton at 7, Mitchell 8, Brunson 9, Tatum 10, Wembanyama 11, LeBron 12, AD 13, KD 14, Kawhi 15, Cade Cunningham 16. So y'all, are we just basing this on the playoffs? Because ain't no way. Look, and Halliburton is unbelievable. Halliburton is not the seventh best player in the NBA, guys. J.O., you played in Indiana, you know that. Joe, you played in the NBA for 16, 17 years. He's not the seventh best player, J.O. I'm sorry.
I still think LeBron is the top. They got LeBron
at top 10, yes.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I don't know who be coming up with these lists, man.
They be trying to rage bait, and it be working on me.
Yeah, you know what? they do it. They do it for the conversation because they know we.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. So,
the top 3, I can live with, because even though Shea won the MVP, Jokic is that dude.
Yeah.
Jokic is that. Jokic is him. You have to go a lot of years before you find somebody as offensively as skilled as him.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, hold on. You said Tyrese Halliburton shouldn't be at 7.
He's not the seventh best player in the NBA.
He's not the seventh best player in the NBA. Should he be off the list?
I ain't saying he should be off the list, but I'm not taking him. I'm not taking him over LeBron. I'm not taking him over AD. I'm not taking him over KD. Kawhi healthy.
Right. So he down there towards the bottom or something. Huh?
I mean, top 20, maybe.
Hey, look.
You take him over Kawhi?
Yeah. Right now?
Hey, you taking him over D-Book? D-Book ain't even on the list.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Taking him over, I'm serious. Like,
well,
they being a prisoner of the moment.
Because Book was 19th.
Book was 19th.
You say he better than AD?
No.
J.O., you got to take your heart out of it, J.O. You got to take your heart out, J.O. You got to keep it one time. You got to take your heart out, J.O.
Hey.
I know, because you probably going to see him, but we got to take your heart out.
Nah, come on, bro. You know ARod, bro. I don't give a damn about all that shit. You know.
Hey, J.O., we from the side. You know how we do it. We got to be honest. We can't lie now.
So I guess it depends on how you look at this. If he comes out, okay, let me ask y'all this question. If he comes out and he looks the way he looked when he had the 30-point triple-double the rest of the way, how would you feel?
Yeah, but I haven't seen enough of that, because what you just told us earlier, he gave us a 30-point triple-double, then he come back and give us a 15-pointer. Well, and be passive. Well, and I think that some of that is the same thing we see with Anthony Davis, because we've seen Anthony Davis give us a 50-20 game, and then the next game he give us 12 and 8. You're like, AD, really, dude?
Hey. Well, I can say this, though. I remember my last year was with the Golden State Warriors.
Yes.
And with Steph Curry, I use Steph Curry for example, right? Steph was kind of in that development stage. He was kind of, on the doorstep of like star to superstar. right? And he kind of had those, I remember against the Clippers in the first round. He kind of had that up and down, maybe not to the point of what Tyrese is as far as not taking shots, until late in the fourth quarter. But that's what it reminds me of, right? If, he is like at the door trying to understand what it looks like to be a superstar, right? And so that's why I say it's hard to like say yes or no right now, because if he comes in and turn this thing up and have a great run to end this thing, that could be a spearhead for him to take the next step to saying he's a top player. So if you ask me, okay, I'm going to be better. You asked me that was as of today, right now, I'm saying, no, he's not a top 10 player, but I think he's close.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, look, if I'm sitting at home and I'm Joel Embiid or I'm Ja Morant and I'm looking at this list, I'm pissed. Hey, look, the next one they come out, I guarantee you I'm being top 15 on that.
Yeah.
So, I know those guys have been bogged down with injuries, but when they healthy, and they're low.
And it's,
I
mean, it's hard for me to see that Steph Curry, and I know Steph is great, but I don't think he's 7 spots better than LeBron.
Oh, you got to take your heart out too,
I don't see it. LeBron averaged more points, more rebounds, more assists. They won more games. He shot better from the field. I mean, what we doing here, JL?
No, what was Steph this year? And what did they finish in the West?
In the play-in.
Oh, they was in the play-in?
No. The Lakers were third. Steph, what was Steph? They might have been. They hold on. They were 7th. Yeah, they was in the play-in.
Yeah, Bron for sure, no question. At 40, 41, he's for sure top 10. That's crazy. They got him.
It's crazy to even say that.
Right.
For him, you know what I mean?
41 at 41.
What?
Yeah.
That is insane. Listen, we've all played a professional sport, and once you hit them 40s, even 38s, like it's different, man. To be able to take your body through that rigorous season, year after year, and still be a top tier guy, man. Come on, man. Yeah. They got to put more respect on that man's name.
I think Bron is like, it's like people fatigued. Right?
Yeah.
We're giving them credit. They're fatigued.
Absolutely.
And I think to a point, they're getting fatigued with Jokic.
Yeah.
Right? Jokic could have easily won the fourth this year. Right. So, I think people need something else new to talk about, because if you keep saying the same thing about LeBron greatness, people aren't going to retweet. I always think that everything come back to, can you repost or retweet it? Right. Do people see it? But, hell yeah, Bron is, one of the best ever to play the game. So and at 41 or 41, he for sure, he might be top 8.
Yeah. All right, Jermaine, we're going to get you out here on this one. LeBron responds to the no bag comments in Mind the Game podcast and shuts up haters. He said, I see it all the time. I'll be on social media and it'd be like, LeBron has no bag. LeBron has no bag. I'm sitting here with 50 billion points.
That's it. That's all you got to say. But what else you going to say about that? I mean,
all these people that got bags, let me ask you a question. Of all the people that got bags, how many of them going to have more points than LeBron?
Nobody.
No. Nobody.
So I'm talking about whoever got the bag, whoever we think has a bag. Kyrie, James Harden, Steph Curry, who else we think got bags? Who gonna have that many points?
No.
Nobody. Hey, listen, I don't think Michael Jordan had a bag like that. When you talking about handles, he was just efficient.
He wasn't his career.
Yeah, he wasn't handling that thing like Kyrie and Steph Curry.
No, but he was efficient getting to his spots, and when he raised up to shoot, it wasn't nothing you could do. You just had to hope he missed.
Yep.
But let me ask you. But this is the thing that I am a Jordan fan, right?
Yeah.
So I respect the greatness of LeBron and the greatness of Kobe, right? Like, why is it in basketball we got to tear down one to love the other?
That's what debate television has done, JL. Yep. When you pick one, you I gotta accentuate my guy while all the while addressing the flaws of your guy. And in addressing the flaws, it looks like I'm hating, but I'm just pointing out weaknesses in his game while accentuating the highs of my guy's game.
Right.
Yeah. But Ocho, is it happening that way in football from a quarterback perspective?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, all the time.
Because we do it all. Like Brady, Mahomes, we had Peyton Manning. Yeah, you do that with one's debate because you got to pick a side. The days of like straddling the fence, you used to be, well, I like them both. Now you can't. You can't be on TV. You can't be on radio. You can't be on podcasts because people go to, well, hell, I could have said that.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing no damn reels of Peyton and Brady versus Brady or whoever else the way that you see it on LeBron. Like I see, it's like this. It's like what Jordan did this, or LeBron didn't do this, or vice versa, right? It's like saying on social media. I'm like, why is that such a divide?
It didn't used to be like that until debate television came along, JL, because there was never a situation where we were debating Bird and Magic like that. We didn't do it like it is. But here's the thing. Prior to this, nobody had ever had what LeBron had: the points, the rebounds, the assists, the All-NBAs, the All-Stars, the MVPs, the Finals MVPs. So nobody was really even close to really have a comparison because nobody had been a 4-time Finals MVP. LeBron got that. Nobody had that many MVPs. So when you started and see Biggs, we completely removed Biggs from the equation. Kareem got 6 MVPs. Ain't there nobody talk about Kareem? Russell got 5. Chamberlain got 4. But don't nobody talk about the bigs because, man, somebody got to get them the ball. The other guys that we talk about, they can take the ball and do what they need to do themselves. So that's where we are now. But it's only in sports where you can have a comparable comparison because you don't see it in baseball. Ain't nobody being compared to Barry Bonds. Nobody being compared to Walter Johnson or Greg Maddux or all these great. It's just, for whatever reason, it's basketball and football.
Well, that damn boy LeBron James.
How many? We gonna get to, how many more years he play, JL? You give him 1 year, 2 year, 3 years?
I think he's done after this year.
You think he's done after the year? Okay, 23. You know, Bryce could be eligible to come to the NBA.
If he do that, I'm a golden. Right? If he can get both his kids in there, that'd be amazing. To be honest, but to just see that man play with his son and have that level of longevity, that consistency, to keep himself together and still play at the highest of levels.
Yes,
you're not gonna see that again.
You ain't gonna never see that again. That's historic. Historic.
See it again. When you think about today's players, today's game, the type of money they making, like the grind that you got to put into that. You know what I mean? To have that type of longevity, I can't see it happening again, guys. That record, whenever he's done, however many points he put up, man, ain't nobody catching that.
I don't see it either because I don't know if anybody, because he's been the one guy that's been able to play and avoid the big injury.
Yeah.
Everybody's had a knee. We see guys getting Achilles and things like that, JL. LeBron James has been able to avoid that injury.
Yeah.
Those type of injuries that sideline him for 50, 60 games or an entire season.
Well, I'll say this to y'all, and y'all know this offhand. We talk about the physical ability and what it takes to put that together. But we know when we on the other side of the hill mentally and emotionally.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Like you see it coming. You know.
Talk yourself into you hurting, body aching, knees hurt, ankle bad.
Yeah.
So just
man, you don't even want to go to the bathroom, JL. Your body hurt, the ankle, the knees hurt so bad. Like, I think I could wait. What time is it? Yeah, I got another 2 hours in. I can wait.
Hey, I ain't walked barefoot in almost 18 years, bro.
I don't walk barefoot either. I hurt too bad.
Yeah. Right.
I walk around with Crocs or sandals in my house.
Yep,
I can't put my barefoot in it. Hey, I ache.
Right.
All right, Gerald, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you breaking down the game with it, joining us again, man. Hey, come back again soon.
All right, bro. Anytime, man. I appreciate y'all having me.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Ocho, this is now we in your realm. Lamar Jackson is now the only AFC starting quarterback without a Super Bowl appearance. AFC North, Aaron Rodgers, he beat the Steelers in Super Bowl 35. Well, I'm saying, but he beat the Steelers, so he's been the one. Joe Burrow's been the one. We know Flacco's been the one. Lamar Jackson has not. Will this be the season that Lamar Jackson gets to a Super Bowl?
You know what? I don't know if it's going to be the season, but he will get there before he's done playing. I know that much. That AFC North is so unpredictable, especially with the Bengals. I'm not sure how they will start off this season. You can kind of count the Ravens and being in every season. As long as Lamar Jackson is there, regardless of what pieces he has around him alone can get them to the playoffs by himself. And then the support cast has always been phenomenal. But you always know Lamar Jackson is gonna give you this. It's like when you watch Giannis play, you said, he gonna get that 30, and you watch SGA play, he gonna give you that 30. That's the same way Lamar Jackson is. That's why he gets paid the big bucks. As far as the Super Bowl is concerned, I'm not sure if it will be this year, but if it is this year, it will be because they go to the playoff games each week and they have no effing turnovers. No turnover. That's the only reason that kept them out.
Yeah, because they went like 9 weeks in the regular season and didn't have a turnover, Ocho.
Yeah, and you get to the biggest game where it matters most and you turn it over twice. And then you still almost had an opportunity to come back and win. But that's what it comes down to, So I'm excited for him, even as a Bengal, man. I'm excited for Lamar in general, to take my Bengal stardom, I can put that aside and actually root for the young bull, man, to want to see him do well.
You mean fandom?
And
yeah, but we what you said. Stardom.
Oh, my bad. I mean fandom. Yeah,
we know what you meant. That's Ocho. That's Ocho talking, y'all. Give him a break. That's Ocho.
Yeah, I would just want to see him do well.
Joe, what you think? This the year?
I think so. They went on a great run, I thought, this past NFL season. And for me, I feel like they got everything in their toolbox as far as defense. Offensively, they're a high-power offensive machine. And I can see it happening.
He just need to get to one, Ocho.
That's it. Get that monkey off your back.
He need too good. I mean, he's too good. I mean, he's too good. I mean, look he could easily be a 3-time league MVP, Ocho.
Yeah.
He's got to.
Yeah, they cheated him.
Look, I think this was the second or third time this ever happened. A guy because normally the quarterback that goes to is the All-Pro. He normally wins the MVP.
Yeah.
87, it happened with Joe Montana. Joe Montana was the first team All-Pro quarterback. John Elway won the MVP. Did it happen another year? I think it happened 2 or 3 times. This was the second or the third time that it's happened. I know it happened in 87. 87 was the strike year. That was my sophomore year in college. I remember that. So
you saying he just need to get there?
If he get there and play well, we like, well, what, damn. Ain't nothing else he can do. It's kind of like Tom, when he lost to the Eagles, he threw for 500 yards.
Yeah.
They was like, well, he didn't stop anybody. He just needs to get there. Let him get there. Then I worry about whether he plays well or not. I just want him to get there. That's all I want. I want to see him on that big stage.
That's a hell of a division they in. That's a gauntlet, boy. You got to.
Yeah. and you think about it, you still got because in the AFC you got Joe Burrow and you got him in the same division.
Yeah,
you still got my homeboy and you got Josh Allen,
and then now you got
Aaron Rodgers in there.
You don't know what Aaron Rodgers you're gonna get. You ain't gonna get the Aaron Rodgers of old, but you're gonna get glimpses and hot flashes of what he used to be. And that is just enough to get him Steelers fans hope and the organization in general, which is why they waited on his ass.
Not all Steelers fans are excited about Aaron Rodgers signing with their team, especially this one.
No.
Let's take a listen. Look at this video, Ocho and Joe.
Today, June 5th, 2025, I'll never be a Steelers fan again.
Okay.
Autographed Minka jersey. I'm burning all my Steelers stuff. He's decided to pick up Aaron Rodgers. I can't do this anymore. You kill us. You keep killing us. You let go of George Pickens. You know what I mean? You let go Justin Fields, he had a potential to be something. It's crazy. It's sad. So, again, today is my last day being a Steelers fan. So, thank you, Roonies. Thank you, Tomlin. You really did it. Bye-bye.
I would have kept my jersey. I'll come back, Ocho. If I don't like somebody joining the team, okay, I'll put my fandom aside, and when he leave, I'll come back.
Yeah, hey, listen, he lying because listen, if he a true Steelers fan, he'd be burning a recent jersey. He burned the Minka Fitzpatrick. Man, Minka ain't been there in how goddamn long.
He's Steelers. Minka's still there.
Oh, I'm thinking about Minka went from the Dolphins to the damn. But no. He ain't no real fan.
He ain't no real fan.
Hell no, he ain't no real fan.
Real fan gonna stay there. Gonna stay down.
Hold on, listen. Hold on. How you a Steelers fan, right? How you a Steelers fan? You understand what you have at the quarterback position, right? Knowing you don't have a chance to win. What you have to play quarterback for you right now, you've already seen before. But you mad Aaron Rodgers, who's eons better, even as bad as he was last year. Eons better than what you have right now. But now you don't want to be a fan no more. You burning the Minka Fitzpatrick jersey?
I think you at least got to give it a chance. Season ain't even started yet.
You a long way from the season.
Yeah, I mean,
probably 100 days. So you still got all of July, August.
Yeah, man, give it a
half. Yeah. You still probably about 90-something days, Ocho. This is what Cam Hayward said. Thoughts. First off, why Minka's jersey? That's bonkers. Second, why burn? There are plenty of people that needs clothes. Third, you're going to regret it.
I don't know about the regret.
I want to know when did this start? Burning jerseys, Joe.
It's when when LeBron did that going to Miami, the decision.
The choice, the decision.
Yeah, them people went.
I could be wrong, but that was the first time I saw it. I think I could be wrong. It might have happened before, but I don't recall seeing it. Hey, wait a minute, they burning jerseys? Didn't y'all pay for them?
Exactly.
That's the first thing I said. How you burning something you paid for?
It's a signed jersey.
Hey, it's an emotional decision, man. Some people can't control it, fellas. They can't control their emotions. They have to lash out. It's just part of it.
We got to go with Joe. Guys, Jordan Love can't wait to face Aaron Rodgers when the Packers play the Steelers. The Packers visit the Steelers on Sunday Night Football, Week 8, and Jordan Love already has it circled on his calendar. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to be on different sides meeting up, and we'll talk pregame, things like that, and hopefully we can exchange jerseys afterwards. I appreciate definitely the way the ARod handled being in that situation. I think a big part of it, which he told me, was he knew how it was for him being in the same position. And the things that went through, the way the situation might have been handled differently, I think his perspective was, I'm trying to go about it just a little bit differently, which I think was awesome. In my time with ARod, we had a great relationship. It was awesome being in the same room with him, being able to learn. He was amazing with everything, and I definitely appreciate the way he handled everything on the outside with obviously him leaving and me taking over. He's been very supportive of me since. It's definitely helped me with some of the negativity that might have come with that. But ARod handled it like a pro and did very right by me.
Hey, I think what is it? 8 weeks. That's about halfway through the season, right?
Yep.
So I think a lot of it is going to be determined on how ARod holds up, what he's going to look like. Can he stay healthy, or will he have fresh legs? Throughout this season to be effective, or, to be able to be that quarterback that the Steelers need to get over the hump.
Yeah, I definitely think ARod learned being in the very situation that Jordan Love was in, came in. Yeah. There was a 3-time league MVP quarterback, a guy that had already been to the Super Bowl, had won a Super Bowl, been to another one, that wasn't very receptive of him being there.
Yeah.
And ARod said, probably looked at it like, man, if I remember in that situation, I don't know if I handle it like that.
Yeah.
Takes a lot. It's easy. It ain't easy.
Nah.
The better the player, the bigger the ego, Ocho. And we know who has the biggest egos They just do the best job of hiding it. I've told people that since I was on television 20 plus years ago. I say the guys with the biggest egos are the quarterbacks. They just do the best job of hiding it because they've been quarterbacks their whole life. Normally their dads or someone have been coaching them and tell them how to do it. So, but wide receiver, the corners, we just couldn't help ourselves, Ocho.
Right. Hey, look,
if it came up, it's coming out.
Yeah, tell me something, Ocho. He had just came off 2 MVPs, right?
Back to back
MVPs. So I don't know. Maybe ARod seen the writing on the wall as far as them trying to move on. Like y'all said, he been in that position before. He's seen this movie before. It's a rerun to him, so he probably didn't want to be a part of that.
Well, the thing was they got tired of him holding the organization hostage.
Well, I mean, ain't nothing changed, right?
So they're like, okay. They took the moment they drafted the quarterback, they took the power back. And he knew it.
Yeah.
That's why they did it.
That's why he was upset. And listen, now I got piggyback based off, you heard what you just said? Now you see why Tomlin wasn't allowed to get a quarterback while Ben was still there, based on the relationship that Ben had with everybody upstairs, because they understood it would piss him off. And the relationship with them upstairs was much, much, much better than that of Ben in the head coach. Yeah, I'm just throwing that back. I'm throwing that back out there.
Jamar Chase gave his Mount Rushmore of NFL receivers. He got Antonio Brown, Cooper Kupp, Calvin Johnson, Jerry Rice. Ocho, you like his list?
Fuck yeah. AB? Calvin Johnson?
Oh, you got him over Moss and T.O.?
I mean, no, that's his list. That's why it's his list.
Ocho said, I ain't going that far now.
I ain't going. But listen, there's about 10 players, when you ask somebody's top 5, Joe, when it comes to receivers, and it's based on preference at that point. It's based on preference. Regardless of what the numbers may be, when you say certain names, like, you can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong. It just comes down to preference on the type of player you like and what they did when they played. Yeah. But there's so many that belong in that conversation if you just take numbers away. I know it's always about numbers. Everything is always about numbers. But when you talk about Jerry Rice and Randy Moss and T.O. and A.B. and Megatron and Larry Fitzgerald, like, it's all interchangeable except Rice. Rice is in a class of his own. I also want to Justin Jefferson, Cheetah, and he just...
You got to see Jerry's numbers after he turned 30. That's what people... Jerry had 1,200 receiving yards at 40.
Hey, I saw a breakdown. Somebody broke it down. Somebody broke it down on Twitter and broke it down. And I was like, what the hell? It was crazy.
He had like 10,000. He had over like 12,000 yards at after 30.
30. That's not dog. That's
and a lot of that it was a running league. But AB was phenomenal. I wish AB could have just like kept it together for a couple of more years.
He had special. He had about a 6-7 year, 8 year stretch.
I'm talking about nobody could do nothing with him.
Nope.
Hey, Nathaniel, nothing.
No, man. That joker was quick as a cat on a hot tin roof.
Hey, boy, he was nice, boy. He was nice.
Cooper Kupp. The thing is, but if you think about it, Ocho, Cooper Kupp only really had that one season.
That Triple Crown year?
Yeah.
I don't think he might have had 2 seasons in which he had 1,000 yards.
Yards before that. Actually, it is. You said it just right. He had 2 seasons previously.
No, I think he had 2 seasons total. And one of them was that Triple Crown season. Go pull up Cooper Kupp.
I think I could have sworn.
Remember he tore his ACL. Remember that Super Bowl year, he tore his ACL.
Wait.
The year they played the Patriots in Atlanta?
He had 1,000-yard season before that, I know.
Cooper Kupp, how many 1,000-yard seasons he had?
I think he had 2. I guarantee he had 2 before that Triple Crown year. Watch.
He had 2 total.
That's
what I said. I said 2, including the Triple Crown year. Yeah. Not 2 before, 2 total, including the Triple Crown. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Okay. I damn. Well, listen. Being able to achieve that Triple Crown, man, in itself is That's hard. That's difficult. That's difficult. That's difficult. Being consistent all year long, not getting hurt. Shit.
What you want to say? 4-time Pro Bowl running back Nick Chubb is expected to sign a 1-year deal with the Houston Texans. The signing is contingent on Chubb passing a physical. The former Cleveland Brown running back would join the Texans rushing attack led by Pro Bowl rusher Joe Mixon, Damian Pierce, Dare Ogunbowale, and 4th-round pick Woody Marks out of USC. Ocho, you like this?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I do. I like it. I mean, I'm not, does it take away some of the carries away from Joe? I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I'm sure they'll find a way. They'll find a way to make it work. I don't think with Joe being a number one running back and bringing in another
spelling some. I mean, look, you still got Damian Pierce there. You got Ogunbowale.
That's a lot,
yeah.
though, huh?
4th-round pick in Woody Marks. There ain't no guarantee he's gonna make the team, Ocho.
Who?
Chubb.
Man, stop playing, man. Come on, man. Don't do that. What you mean no guarantee? Hey, I just seen Chubb squatting 750 pounds last week.
It ain't a powerlifting meet.
Hey, listen, he's a power runner, and he always has been. Ain't nothing pretty about him. Hey, when you look at Nick Chubb, when you walk him dressed, in the locker room where they had the little mannequin on the wall on how
with all them pads.
Put your uniform on. That's Nick Chubb. That's just how you run the ball. Hey, but listen, he's a downhill runner, man. He's really good. He relies on his offensive line, to get him going. And I don't know. I don't like that move of having 2 number ones or 2 really, really good running backs on the team like that. I mean, it's similar, but it's 2 of the same type of backs. I can see if you had something like a Jahmyr Gibbs and a David Montgomery, but you got two of the same things in the backfield, really. Or maybe I could be wrong.
They are.
Maybe I could be wrong.
But Mixon catches the ball a little more. He's a little more shifty. He's not really the same type. Joe Mixon is kind of more like a Damian Pierce. He's more of a power runner. I don't really know Woody Marks, so I don't really know a whole lot about him, so I can't speak to that. But Joe got a little bit more wiggle, a little bit more twitch to it than Chubb. Chubb is all power. When you squat 600, 700 pounds, you're a power runner.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I was doing that in high school. I mean, so damn. All right, that's a nice little combo back there, though. Nice
big fella.
Ocho still ain't paying me my money, Titus. What you think about that?
Man, when I get back to Atlanta, I'm gonna put my big boy on the screen. They look exactly like that black mask.
Yeah,
that black mask with that tan coat, exactly alike.
Joe, where you at, Joe?
Man, I'm in Detroit.
Okay.
We got I'm out here with my big 3 team, Detroit Amps. We're doing a little mini training camp before we take off to Chicago this upcoming weekend and playing our first game. So
okay,
hey, look.
Okay. It's on TV?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be on CBS, baby. You already know prime time. Stop playing.
Y'all got money, boy. I'm be tuned in now.
Come on now, yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to buy you dog food. Ocho got you 5,900, man. Ocho got your buddy.
Hey.
Ceedee Lamb speaks about the worst ever contract holdout in 2024. He missed all training camp and mandatory mini camps in 2024 offseason. The Cowboys and Lamb found middle ground with less than 2 weeks left in the season opener. Ceedee talked about missing offseason practice session and it might have been impacted last year's performance. I know somebody of the Nightcap crew said, but anyway, honestly, it was the worst. It was the worst ever. Do you hear me? For those who know me, they know how serious I take this football stuff. Like with everything in me, I pride my body, mind, soul, everything I got into winning and the result of it. And obviously preparation goes into that, And for me to miss out on right preparation with my team, my quarterback, my guys, just building those bonds off the field, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? Like I missed out on that.
Hey, I agree, fellas. Look, rhythm and timing, you can't make that up. You cannot make that up. You got to be out there. You got to be in the thick of it. You got to be tuned in. And I thought that the entire season. I'm like, man, Ceedee going to come back. He probably going to have a week of preparation. It ain't going to be no good year. You know what I mean?
My thing was worried about him getting nicked. Ocho, you know how it is, man. When you come in there and they try to get all the time that you missed, they try to put it back in a couple of practices. And now you got soft tissue, you got a calf, you got a hamstring, you got a quad, you got an adductor or something like that. I'm like, damn, bro, I just got here. Let me build up. I ain't got to get all these practices back in 2 days.
Hey, look, that's probably why they probably blowing up your phone, making sure you're working out, getting a little training on your own versus just kind of sitting around waiting, to kind of see if things gonna pan out. But yeah, I agree, man. I think having this off season with the crew, I think them boys are gonna be much better this year, Ocho.
Yeah, they're gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right. Listen, I said they were gonna be all right anyway. Even if they didn't have George Pickens, I think it would have been a better year for them. But the addition of him offensively, I don't know what they will look like defensively, but offensively, I know them boys finna shake some things, huh? They finna shake some dikes now. And they didn't have no choice. Jerry didn't have a choice but to make a move like this with every other team in that NFC improving around them. Look what the Commanders doing. Look at the Eagles. I'm sure you already know what the Eagles doing. So in order to compete in that NFC by itself, just in your division alone, forget getting to the playoffs. I need to be able to compete in my own division. You got to improve as much as you can, and stop playing around and hurry up and pay Micah. We'll be waiting for on that end. He does the same thing with every player every year. He waits to the last. I don't understand what Jerry.
He tried to circumvent David Muguleta. And I like Michael. Michael, like I don't have to be the highest paid. I'm saying that publicly. Behind the scenes, go get that money, Dave.
Please and thank you.
Go get that money, Dave. I'm saying all the right things publicly.
Yeah.
But privately, hey, when that contract is announced, I'm the highest paid non-quarterback. I leapfrog Chase.
Mm-hmm. As it should be.
Jalen Carter says hamburger helper is his favorite food. My mom cooks hamburger helper. I love it. I could eat it every day. She calls me to come eat, and when I get the plate, it's gonna be a minute.
Yeah.
He a real one. Hamburger helper. I never forget them days, boy.
I ain't never had no hamburger helper.
Man, stop it.
You never what?
Mm-mm.
You ain't never what?
No hamburger helper.
Man, come on, man. See, you know what?
Cause my grandma ain't had no money helper. So unless you got a money helper, you can't get no hamburger helper.
A hamburger helper, that is very inexpensive, even still to this day now.
I'm gonna have to get me some.
Oh man, hey, 5.
Ain't nothing. You ever had cream of wheat?
I've had cream of wheat. I'm a grits guy. Joe, you grits or cream of wheat?
Cream of wheat.
You from Arkansas talking about cream of wheat?
Yeah. I ain't no grits guy, huh?
My granddad used to use that evaporated milk with the cow in the can. You know what I'm talking about?
Borden's.
Yeah. Okay. Uncle, you know your stuff.
Bro, we used to. I wonder, you know what, Ocho? It wasn't until I got grown that I realized that you wasn't supposed to drink that. You wasn't supposed to eat that. You cook with that milk. I wonder why my stomach was always tore up. I was like, every time I eat cereal. Joe, I was like, dang. I was like, why my stomach, every time I eat cereal, my stomach be messed up. It wasn't until I got grown. You supposed to cook with evaporated milk. You don't supposed to just eat. Look at Joe.
Yep. That shit was thick as hell,
man. Bro. Running through me. Like water through a foreign tourist.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, we used to be some serious eating jokers, boy. I'm talking about at least 5-6 bowls a day.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, man. I used to,
I tell you what, you better make that cereal last until granny get another paycheck. You eat 4-5 bowls if you want to. You go a whole week or two without it.
Hey, I was the only one in the house. Mom be at work. Hey, I'll tie some cereal up. I'm gonna go through some cereal.
But hey, it wasn't we eating cornflakes. Cornflakes.
Hold
the
on,
big
hold on.
cornflake with that big old roost on there. You ain't getting all the other stuff, no Cheerios, no Frosted Flakes, all that other stuff, Fruit Loops and Dig 'em Smacks and Cinnamon Toast. You wasn't getting none of that. We did have some of them King vitamins.
And then don't hit your mama. Talk about it's only a little bit of milk left. It ain't enough milk for the cereal.
Put some water
if you don't add some goddamn water to that shit,
you put some water
if you don't add some water to that milk.
Hey, Ocho, put a little water in that thing and shake that thing up so you'll. If you don't shake it up good, that water gonna be sitting right there on the top.
Oh, I remember them days. Bro.
All right, Ocho, we got something. The owner's box posted a picture asking, "You're staring down the barrel of a 10-hour flight nonstop." The question is simple.
Yeah.
Who are you sitting next to?
Okay.
Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah, how they get me next to Mike Tyson?
Where I'm at? I'm on there?
Yeah, they should have had me and you on there.
I don't see me. Where I'm at? Oh, there we go.
You not. That's what I'm saying. They should have had me and you. They put me with Mike Tyson.
Hey, put me next to Anna AB, boy. I know they gonna cut up.
Put me next to, I want to be next to Chuck and Shaq. Cause we gonna show up act a fool.
Oh man.
Who else?
Here we go. I can see. That's the MMA dudes, ain't it?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Oh, Conor McGregor? Is somebody? Yeah, I don't know. So Ayyyy and
Johnny Manziel.
That's Johnny Manziel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who number 9? Who them people?
I don't know. I'm trying to think who I'm flying with.
Nah, see, I can't be in what you call them. I can't be in Buckhead. My knee bad.
You and Mike gonna be up there chilling,
You
right?
say you can. Oh yeah, that Buckhead boy. Hey, I'm the same way, Unc. I can't sit up there neither, man. I gotta stick this leg out in the aisle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey. They be putting rolling the cart over my toe.
Hey, I'm sitting in 8, boy.
You sitting in 8? I picked 8, Ocho. You gotta pick another one. That's where I'm sitting. You gotta pick something else.
Yeah, you gotta pick something else.
You gotta pick something else, Ocho.
All right. Damn. Who is that at 12? Is that Brett?
Hey, look. hey, look. I need that 8. I need to lay my head on the thing over there when I go to sleep. You hear me?
Yeah. Hey, Ocho, and it got me in the middle. Ocho, I guess you can sit in number 11, or you can sit in 12. That's all you got.
I'm gonna sit next to Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. I'm gonna talk their head off. Listen, yeah, what y'all gonna do on this 10-hour flight? Y'all gonna teach me about goddamn basketball. That's what we gonna do.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the wrong person to sit next to on the flight, boy. I will talk your head off. 10 hours?
Oh, man. Check this out, Ocho. TSA is sick of people using their Costco cards as real IDs. TSA is reminding travelers that Costco membership is not a valid form of ID for airport security. This is what TSA tweeted. "We love hot dogs and rotisserie chicken as much as the next person, but please stop telling people their Costco card counts as real ID because it absolutely does not."
Yeah.
Man, people need to stop being up there being funny. That when they snatch your ass out of line, you know damn well ain't no Costco card, no real ID.
Right.
It need to be government issued.
Right. Hey, do you have Costco cards?
I don't anymore. I used to.
You do. So I'm assuming it looks exactly like your issue ID, huh?
Is your picture on Costco ID now?
Probably so. Yeah.
Nah, it needs to be. You need to have a passport, driver's license, some type of valid ID. Costco ain't it.
That's funny. Costco.
All right. Last segment of the evening. It's time for Q and A. Marco Polo TV said, SGA, PGA, the thrills equal J. Will Chet at home with a grin, keep NBA alive, OKC in 5. You got OKC in 5, Ocho?
No, absolutely. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but I made it clear before the series even started that the Pacers were going to win. Everyone crowned the Thunder as NBA champs before the series even started. And Halliburton, what the Halley is going to show you why he's not.
Yo, you got him. You got OKC in 5.
Yeah, I got OKC in 5.
They're gonna win. They're gonna win the next 3 games.
Yeah, I think they're gonna win. I think Indiana obviously has a great chance of winning because they're gonna be at home. But I just feel like with OKC being so relentless and understanding the moment, knowing that they're a great team on the road, I think they're gonna show up and show out in Indiana.
Well, bet something. Put it on.
Make it light on yourself, partner.
Something to make him nervous. Bet something to make him nervous, Joe.
Yeah, cause he down. You down now. Cause y'all remember that 100 you said again. Come on, don't start acting crazy with me tonight, man. Come on now.
I'm down. It's even.
Oh, okay. Nah, you still down. You still down from the Knicks series. Remember, we betted the Knicks series. They lost that series. Did you forget? Think about it. Take your time. Okay. Yeah.
So I owe you 100 now. Because in this series, we even. We going game by game.
I thought we went game by game we didn't go game by game in the Knicks series.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It was $100. It was $100 for the series.
That's crazy how that was $100 for that series.
And I said we changed it up because this is the finals. So we doing it game by game.
Oh, it's okay. Say less. You down 100. I'm like, how long I gotta wait, man? I gotta wait till the series over before I get my, because Unc ain't gonna never get his 5,900. He done drew at least 800 of interest on there.
Yeah, you got Apple Pay, you got Zelle. I can send it to you right now.
Yeah, I got all that. I'm gonna send it. Don't worry, I'm gonna send it to you. Yeah.
All right.
I sure wish you put mine on a little debit card and shoot me my money.
I've been asking you to download the app.
Go put it on a debit card and send me the debit card.
Why I got to do all that?
See now, you want me to do all that, but you don't want to do nothing.
Do all what? All you have to do is pick up your phone, go to the app store, download, put your information, and I send you the money. It's pretty simple.
Ocho, can you go get a debit card, put 5,900 on it, and send it to me? And Dal Smith said, Hallie hasn't played well so far. Look at his field goal percentage. Eye test tells me OKC is the superior team. OKC should be kicking themselves because if they finish for 48 minutes, they should be up 2-0. OKC in 5.
Yeah, something wrong with your eyes. Something wrong with your eyes because your eyes is not going to tell you the whole story. The eyes will tell you what you see right now. The eyes are going to tell you what you're going to see in the future. Your eyes will always fool you. The naked eye is something you never believe. Lead you wrong. Lead you every time.
Dr. Frankie L. Bellamy, what's up, Doc? Hey, fam, let's play Clash of the Courts. If you need one of them to take over in crunch time, who got better handles to win the game, Iverson or Kyrie? Joe?
Ooh, man.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Pure handles is Kyrie.
Yeah.
Iverson had the crossover.
Iverson had.
He wasn't patting that thing like Kyrie, though.
No, but they both.
Kyrie had that goddamn ball. Kyrie had that ball on the string,
but they
man.
both were great finishers, though. For they.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, AI got them long arms. You know what I mean? Like, they were amazing finishers for their sizes. So, I'm probably gonna go AI.
I think I'm gonna take Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah. What we talking now? What we talking again?
Who got better handles to win the game? Both of them gonna be able to get whatever shot they want to get, wherever they want to get to on the court because they can't handle the ball. AI was mainly a crossover type of a guy.
Yeah.
Kyrie could crossover. He could top.
Yeah, and he can shoot it with the left and the right. Kyrie,
and the right.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Kyrie, he's the best below the rim finisher in the history. The way that he could spin it,
Yeah, he a bad boy. He a bad boy, Uncle Ocho. He a bad boy. I hope to see him get back to, where he left off at from that injury. But man, that's a tough one, man. Hey, look, I played against both of them, but man, let me tell y'all something. AI, he came to Atlanta. We played the Sixers one night. And our security guy he came to shoot around the next day. He's like, "Oh yeah, we got Philly tonight." AI was out to 5 o'clock this morning. He didn't get back to the hotel till about 6 in. I said, "Oh yeah, we good." Man, that man dropped 55 on us. I'm not like, listen, Ocho, we couldn't do nothing. He was so slithery. Like, even when you play good defense, it's like he'll squeeze through the cracks. And his layup game was impeccable, bro. That man and his mid-range game was nice too. Like he
come on, Joe. Y'all let the man drop 55?
55, that man in Magic City all night, man. That man 55, drunk, hungover, and everything. Hey, dude, you a bad boy, man.
When you can play the game, you can play the game.
Yeah.
I needed my rest. I couldn't do that. I ain't gonna tell nobody no lie. I couldn't do that.
I'm talking about dead out there. If I stay out there late doing all that, dead. I ain't got nothing for y'all. Man, that man come in, I'm talking about 55 off rip. Hey, guess what? They ain't even the bad part. The man got kicked out the game. They gave him two. That man scored 55. We still end up winning the game. He got kicked out with like 4 minutes left. They was only down by like 6 points. I was happy he got up out of there. Yeah, the man got kicked out. He got ejected out the game. 55 points. That boy wasn't. I don't know what it was. We had at the time Teron Lou. He was the point guard. That's my guy. So I don't know if he got a thing for T. Lou or what. But boy, he was at us. You hear me?
That's crazy. And I don't know why. When we talk about players with handles, right? How come we never add Jamal Crawford to that? Is it because he came off the bench?
Crawford got handles.
Hey, he got a package.
Rod Strickland. Rod Strickland could pat the rock. Isaiah could pat the rock.
Like that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Rod Strickland. Hold on, whoa. I'm talking about like Kyrie.
Rod Strickland could pat the ball. Yes.
And his Rod Strickland finishing game was just as impeccable.
That's Kyrie Godfather.
Yeah.
Okay, I ain't know that. I ain't know that. I know that.
That boy cold.
Okay.
Rod Strickland was like that.
Yeah. He was.
Yeah. Okay.
Jason Williams, a white chocolate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
when he first came.
Hey, the epitome of entertainment with the ball in his hands now.
Yeah.
And he bounced that. He passing that bitch off the shoulder and all, man.
Yeah. I know he was cold, bro. He took the league by storm when he came into the league. Like, man, who is this white chocolate dude? Yeah, he had plenty of games.
And he had all type of tricks in the lane. Man, stop playing. Hey, his dude on Instagrams. He played basketball. His name J. Lou. You ever seen that in his Instagram?
Man, I played in a park run with J. Lou a couple months ago. Yeah. Man, he was on the same team playing 3-on-3. Oh, J. Lou got it. Like, hey, you know the crazy thing about J. Lou? He had probably 3 ACL surgeries, but the man grew up doing ballet. Ocho.
Oh, I did ballet too for my balance. From my balance, but I was playing in the off season.
Right, he really did ballet, Ocho. I'm serious.
On my kids. I'm not Yeah, I ain't playing this time. I did ballet.
J. Lou, he told me he said he used to do ballet as a kid growing up. That's how like he's so slithery like that.
His footwork, white. That's where my footwork comes from. Okay, hey, 3 ACLs and he's still moving like that.
Lying. That man say he had like 2-3 ACL surgeries, but the ballet is what's got his step like that, what's got him moving like that. Yeah.
He's saucy with it. He's real savvy with it.
6 Foot Aquarius said, "What team was the most unlikely team to win it all? Who actually did in recent memory?"
What team was an unlikely team to win it all?
Hold up. Most of the teams that have won it all, right? As far as championships,
probably the Raptors.
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah.
The Kawhi shot?
Yeah. That was to beat Philly.
But they beat Golden State because
they beat Golden State.
KD was hurt. He came back. Try to thug it out with that
Achilles,
and he ended up tearing his Achilles. Yeah.
Yep. He had a calf injury. Yep.
Yeah.
Cal Simpson, Uncle Ocho. It's a given, barring injury. D. Henry rushing for 2K thanks to Adam Sandler. How many L. Jack rushing for this season?
At least 1,000.
You hope 600. And let L. Jack do all that.
Yeah. I say 1,500. Easy.
For Lamar?
No, for D Henry. Oh, he asked about Lamar.
No. He said, well, yeah, he's asking how many rush yards. D. Henry, if he rushes for 2,000, Adam Sandler's going to cast him in a movie.
Oh,
he's asking, so he said it's a given. Since Adam Sandler put that out there, that he's going to rush.
1,500 is the given.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that extra 500, now if you get that on the back end, that ain't nothing but that's icing on the cake.
Jay Andy said 85. Did you catch the GOAT when you wait for the Nations League?
Yeah, absolutely. I saw it. He had a nice goal. He had a nice goal tying the game up when they were down 2-1. I saw him get that. It's sad to see him go out with that injury though, but I'm glad they pulled it off in PKs.
Jay Lonnie 2112 said, Uncle Ocho, who y'all got to call get ISO Joe on Nightcap full time? I know Joe busy with the big three, but y'all got great chemistry.
Man, I appreciate that, man. Hey, look, let me tell y'all something, man. I appreciate you guys everywhere I go, man, from the grocery store to the airport. Somebody stop me. Look, we don't even talk hoops no more. It's oh man, look, I sit there and watch you, Uncle Ocho, boy, y'all crazy. So, man, I appreciate you. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I ain't talked this much in 20 years, man.
That's what everybody say. That's what everybody say. Hey, man, how y'all get Joe to talk?
I ain't talked this much in 20 years. Look, so when this opportunity presented itself, I took the baton and took off running. So I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
They said, man, we ain't know Joe talk that much.
Man, listen.
I said, hey, we didn't either. King Govan, I hope you putting sugar on grits. Hell no.
Fuck nah.
Put no sugar on no grits.
The only thing going on grits is salt and pepper, man.
And some butter.
Put the butter and a little salt and pepper in there, add a little seasoning, add a little flavor to it, man. Talk some salt, man.
I used to eat cheese grit, but them, you know how cheese, you know what cheese do to me, Ocho.
Oh yeah, yeah. It mess up your stomach.
Well, what about that white rice? That rice? Do y'all put some butter and some sugar on that rice when y'all was young?
I don't put no.
Yeah,
Joe, ain't nobody put no sugar on no rice.
No, Joe, he ain't put no.
On
Joe, hold on. I got a meal for you that when you come down here, right? When you come down here, right? Eggs and rice mixed in. So you got your rice, right? You got your eggs, and they melt the butter. They melt the butter in between the rice and the eggs, and they mix it up together.
Yeah, you cook it, you put it in the pan together. Yeah, that's how I cook eggs and rice like that.
Come on, Unc. But I knew you. But see, that's why I love you. But you,
I used to cook eggs and rice for me and my brother. Make us pancakes, French toast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, hey Joe, you got to try it, Joe. Down in a little Cuban spot down there.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there at the end of the month. I'm gonna be in Miami at the end of the month. I'm gonna be down there for a whole week.
Yeah, we sit down and talk, man. We're politic, man. I pay you $100 when you get here.
Whoa. It's gonna be more than 100, partner. It's gonna be more than that.
Trust me, it's not. If you come in here at the end of the month, the series is gonna be over, and I already told you the Pacers is gonna win the series. So just have a little chunk of change ready for you. Have my chunk of change ready.
All right, Ocho.
Kemper Norwood Jr. said, I didn't know if y'all would be on Tuesday night, but my birthday is Tuesday. I don't know if we're gonna be on either, Kemper. But guess what? We are. Okay, Kemper, we're gonna be on. So we'll tell you happy birthday then. That concludes this episode. Titus, bro.
Hey, look, when you rubbing them, you stop rubbing them, they put their head.
Man, that joke, he done made me lose a page. He ready to go to bed. That's what that is. He ready to go to bed. Titus, give me a second, bro. We're going to go to bed in a minute, okay? Give me a second. Sit down. Sit. Man. Thank you for watching it bro. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap as the OKC Thunder tie the series up 1-1 with a 123-107 victory over the Indiana Pacers. The series shifts to Indiana on Wednesday, where Indiana tries to take a 2-1 lead, or will OKC's home court back from them. Thank you for joining us. I am your favorite unk, Shannon Sharpe, my partner and co-host, Liberty City's own Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. And the final member of the Big Three, hey, y'all know him, Arkansas Little Rock native, University of Arkansas alum, 7-time All-Star, All-NBA selection, Big Three MVP, ISO Joe Johnson, and breaking it down with us tonight, our fourth member, 6-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA selection, Jermaine O'Neal. Jermaine, again, thank you for joining us tonight. Yes, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit the like button. And guys, go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We want to thank each and every one of you that listen, that download, that watch us, that do whatever you do, word of mouth. As Joe said, when he goes different places, everybody's coming up to him talking about how much they love Nightcap. Yeah. We thank you, because without you, we're nothing. All the awards that we've won, all the accolades that we receive is because of your eyes, your ears, and your word of mouth. So we can't thank you enough. Thank you again. Please make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We do have it in stock, and if you can't find it in a city or state near you, order it online. We'll ship it directly to your door. The best tasting BSOP cognac on the market. Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Make sure you check out my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. The link is pinned in the chat. Supplies are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. So please grab yours while supplies last. We're off tomorrow, but we're back on Tuesday with another episode of Nightcap. Again, OKC Thunder 123, Indiana Pacers 107. Series are not tied, 1-1 game shift. Game 3 back in Indy on Wednesday. Thank you guys for joining us again. I'm Unk. He's Ocho. He's ISO Joe. We'll see you on Tuesday.
He's